I want to say something about my mama. Your mama dead as Your mama dead as Go dig her up. Go dig her up.
Auntie, what you think about 50 and the Harris family? Oh, man, it's hilarious. But y'all know 50 ain't done. He's calculated. He's calculated. Let me tell you what my opinion. Let me give my opinion on this. What people's not understanding. Let me tell you a little bit about 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, 2 quarters, half a dollar, 50. Listen, let me tell y'all about that, bro. The man is beyond music, okay? So all of these old artists that's coming out with their new music.
This is where things start escalating. Reports say Tia Kemp advised King Harris and the Harris family to step back from their public back and forth with 50 Cent.
I want to say something about my mama. Your mama dead as Your mama dead as Go dig her up. Go dig her up. Post a picture of your mama. She dead. Pay respect. Stop playing with my mama. Playing like that. Going like that.
And that advice might mean more than it seems. King has previously brought up old reports that reignited online debates, even pushing 50 Cent to respond in interviews. What makes Tia's message different is her history. Resurfaced clips suggest she once had professional ties connected to 50 Cent, which adds weight to her warning. Some online discussions now question whether her perspective comes from knowing more about how he moves behind the scenes than most people realize.
They need to let it go. They need to just promote their music and leave that man alone. He's not entitled to do a versus. He's beyond music now. He's in film and television, okay? Music doesn't move him anymore. Yes, he was a hip hop artist. That's how he came about, but he's not. That does not move him anymore. He has elevated to businessman status, okay? I don't know if others did that or not, but music is not where he's at anymore.
However, there's no verified information confirming any ongoing affiliation between Tia Kemp and 50 Cent. To be clear, there are no confirmed reports showing she has any formal connection to his team. Still, as older clips and past interactions resurface, viewers continue debating whether her remarks reflect personal insight or simple loyalty. The renewed attention has fueled conversation across social media, with some questioning whether she's genuinely offering guidance to King Harris or if past associations are shaping her perspective. Others wonder if her comments unintentionally come across as supportive of 50 Cent's position, even though no formal alignment has been confirmed. In a recent development, Tia Kemp publicly...
How y'all raised? I'm not raised like that. I don't go. I'm not going back my mom. I'm not going. So tell your dead mama dig her ass up and post a picture that look better than my mom.
Addressed comments reportedly made by King Harris about 50 Cent, and her response quickly gained traction online. According to circulating clips, she questioned why the situation was escalating and suggested certain remarks weren't productive. While her tone wasn't hostile, it signaled she felt things were being pushed further than necessary. Observers noted that she seemed focused on encouraging a more measured approach rather than adding fuel to the back and forth. The discussion intensified after Rick Ross reportedly weighed in. Though no official statements confirm any coordinated stance, fans are now analyzing every reaction. Are perceived. Meanwhile, King Harris's earlier comments continue circulating, keeping the online debate alive. No one involved has confirmed any private conflict, but each new clip sparks fresh reactions. As the conversation grows, it highlights how quickly commentary can evolve into a broader narrative. Tia Kemp later appeared to double down, suggesting public call-outs often create bigger headlines than necessary, and implying that industry experience teaches when to speak and when to step back. Viewers remain divided. Some see her as protective of 50 Cent. Others believe she's simply advocating for smarter moves.
Not going to push him. So with Tip dropping his new single, of course he got to sell it. So, hey, here's a strategic move. Let's go at 50 and do a versus. Y'all know he ain't fit to do it. You know he's not fit to do it, because if he was going to do it, he would have did it when the wave was going on, when everybody was doing the verses. I'm pretty sure he was offered during that time. The man is beyond music. That's all I can say. So when these artists come out with their music and they go...
No verified reports confirm any direct coordination between Tia Kemp and 50 Cent, but the timing of her response certainly grabbed attention online. As clips from her live session circulated, many viewers began questioning whether her perspective carried deeper insight or was simply general advice. Meanwhile, King Harris's earlier remarks continue trending across platforms, with reposted segments gaining thousands of reactions and sparking heated comment threads. public opinion remains sharply
But man, when you start talking about people's deceased parents, you crossing a line that's hard to come back from.
divided, reflecting how quickly narratives form when prominent names are attached to the same conversation. The situation gained even more traction when Rick Ross was mentioned in connection to the discussion. Some users interpreted his reported comments as subtle support for one side, while others argued he was speaking more broadly about respect, legacy, and generational differences in the music industry. There has been no official confirmation of any alliance or coordinated stance among the individuals involved. Still, fans continue to dissect every phrase, pause, and facial expression, attempting to decode hidden meaning. Tia Kemp's response also sparked a broader debate about loyalty versus perspective. Supporters claim she is speaking from experience and long-term observation, possibly drawing from years of watching how public disputes unfold in entertainment. Critics, on the other hand, question whether past industry associations might influence how her statements are interpreted. Despite that speculation, there are no verified reports confirming any ongoing professional connection. During her remarks, she appeared focused on strategy rather than emotion. Viewers described her tone as calm but firm, suggesting that public callouts can often create bigger headlines than necessary. She reportedly emphasized how quickly narratives can spiral once clipped and reposted across platforms, especially in an era where short-form content spreads faster than full context. Her message seems centered on reputation management, timing, and understanding long-term consequences in a highly visible industry. At the same time, King Harris's supporters argue that expressing strong opinions is part of building a public voice, particularly for younger artists carving out their identity. Others counter that challenging established figures publicly can shift attention away from personal growth and projects. This generational dynamic has become a major talking point in forums and reaction channels, with commentators framing the moment as a reflection of evolving communication styles within hip-hop culture. Online engagement metrics reportedly show spikes following short reposted clips rather than full-length discussions, and highlighting how condensed moments are shaping most public perceptions. Reaction creators have joined the conversation, analyzing tone, word choice, and delivery frame by frame. Some viewers believe Tia Kemp's composure signaled calculated messaging, while others see it as simple professionalism. Despite the intensity of the online, there are still no verified reports confirming any direct coordination between Tia Kemp and 50 Cent, but the timing of her public comments immediately drew attention. As clips from her live session began circulating, online audiences started debating whether her perspective came from general industry experience or something more personal. At the same time, King Harris's previous remarks continued gaining traction, with short excerpts spreading rapidly across social platforms and fueling divided reactions. The conversation expanded further once Rick Ross's name entered the mix. Some listeners interpreted his reported statements as indirect support for one side, while others felt he was speaking broadly about respect, legacy, and positioning within hip-hop. No official confirmation suggests any organized alignment, yet that hasn't stopped fans from closely analyzing tone, wording, and timing. Much of the attention surrounding Tia Kemp's response centers on interpretation. Supporters argue that she was offering practical advice rooted in experience, emphasizing the importance of thinking long-term before engaging in public exchanges. Critics, however, question whether past associations within the industry might shape how her words are received. Even so, there is no confirmed evidence of any ongoing professional link influencing her stance. Observers noted that her delivery appeared composed and deliberate. Rather than escalating tensions, she seemed to focus on strategy, reputation management, and awareness of how quickly narratives can spiral online. In today's clip-driven environment, a few seconds of commentary can be reposted and reframed within minutes, often detached from its original context. Her remarks appeared to reflect that reality, highlighting how public disputes can take on a life of their own once amplified by digital platforms. Meanwhile, King Harris's supporters defend his right to speak openly, framing his approach as part of a younger generation asserting confidence in a competitive industry. Others suggest that challenging established figures publicly can shift focus away from personal branding and long-term goals. This generational contrast has become a key theme in online discussions, with commentators describing the situation as less about personal conflict and more about differing communication styles. Despite the surge in commentary, blogs, and reaction videos, no formal dispute has been confirmed by any of the individuals involved. There are no verified statements pointing to private disagreements or coordinated responses. Much of the momentum appears driven by repost culture, selective clips, and audience interpretation rather than documented facts. Ultimately, what began as commentary has evolved into a broader conversation about media awareness, legacy, and public image in the streaming era. Whether Tia Kemp's words were simply measured advice or carried additional meaning because of past industry proximity remains a matter of perception. And that ongoing debate continues to keep the topic active across platforms.